All right, chat. We back. Another reaction. Another video. Y'all know what time it is. But nah, Dr. Insanity drop. Anytime he drops, you know we reacting to it. I think he dropped another video after this, so we're gonna react to that one too after this one. But yeah, today we got what is this video called? Pregnant teen discovers mom killed her boyfriend. That's a crazy title, bro. It's self-explanatory. I don't really got much else to say about the title. Prayers to the victim, bro. That's crazy. I don't really know how I would deal with that. If I was in that position, bro, I don't know how I would deal with that. I don't think anybody would know how they would, like, you just gotta have to take it day by day at that point. Like, that's crazy. That's your mom, bro. That's nuts. But nah, man, like I said, prayers to the victim, bro. I don't really got much else to say, bro. I'm ready to get straight into the video. So without further ado, let's do it. But before, make sure I leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications on because we got more reactions coming soon. Let's get it, bro. Wait, chat. I just caught it. My bad. There's been no audio up until this point. All right. I'm gonna run the video back. I'm gonna run it back. There's only 30 seconds in. But basically, what I was saying, because I'm probably gonna cut this, is first of all, I said she's only 17. That's crazy. But this is her mom, bro. And her mom, she's acting like she's comforting her, bro. That's crazy.
Elizabeth Baldonado. A few hours ago, her boyfriend was found mysteriously shot dead in a back alley.
She's bad. Yeah, she wants to hurt the person that did it.
Obviously, bro.
Tragically, Elizabeth is also
like
pregnant
just acting
with
like you
child.
have nothing to do with it.
Her mother, Ortiz Chavez.
But I'm glad I caught that within the first 30 seconds because I don't know how many videos I've had to just cut completely because audio wasn't recorded. It's just annoying.
Trying to comfort her daughter. What Elizabeth doesn't know yet is that her mother is hiding a dark secret that will ruin the family's life.
Your mom's car is on video leaving the homicide.
You seriously think that they did it?
Yes.
My mom loved that child.
As detectives work the
Look, odd place to pause, but nah. Y'all saw how she was like smiling at that. You could tell she's like, some people deal with it differently, bro, but she's like furious.
My mom loved that child.
Like, you ever get to that point where you so bad you just gotta laugh, bro? That's probably where she's at right now.
Detectives work the case. More and more clues start pointing towards Elizabeth's family. And as she learns that her own family are now suspected killers, all she can do is deny the accusations, while her mother sacrifices her own children
like, who can you trust? Who can you trust? Hey, that's crazy, bro.
Hide what she's done.
All right, then. Do you want to talk?
Shout out Dr. Insanity. I know it's an ad coming too. You're not gonna catch me.
It's
that
a
ad is getting
quiet
skipped.
Friday morning in downtown Albuquerque. A 16-year-old boy walks alone through a back alley on his way to work,
bro.
unaware that a killer is waiting for him inside one of the parked cars. Then, a single
Like, how do you kill another human being, let alone a 16-year-old?
gunshot rings out, striking the teenager in the head and killing him instantly, while the shooter
I heard that as
disappears
my
from the
Apple Watch.
scene.
My bad. How do I mute this shit?
Within minutes, multiple 911 calls start flooding in reporting the gunfire. Patrol units quickly respond to the area, and as officers turn down the alley, they're met with a grim scene.
Right.
Lying on the
locked in.
pavement is a teenage boy, motionless, with blood pooling beneath his head. The victim shows no signs of life and appears to have a gunshot wound visible just above his temple.
What was it even about? Like, what could he have done? What could he possibly have done?
Whatever happened in this alley happened fast, and whoever pulled the trigger is already gone. Officers call it in and begin.
I got a prediction, chat. I got a prediction. The pregnancy has something to do with it. My prediction is they found out she was pregnant and then they did that to him. That's just a prediction.
With no weapon in sight and no ID on the body, they now need to figure out who he is and why he ended up here. Backup units soon arrive and start canvassing the area, looking for anyone who might have heard or seen what happened. And before long, two witnesses come forward, claiming they saw something strange right after the gunshot.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sorry to keep pausing, but shout out Dr. Insanity or his editor. I don't know if he edited his own videos, bro, but it's always so smooth and free flowing. Perfect editing. But shout out to the GOAT.
Did you hear anything? I didn't hear anything, but I saw people running. One of them is a light-skinned male. He turns around, runs back to the alley, and takes off down the street.
I just saw strange cars that aren't usually here. I've just been circling and I noticed some weird activity and I just had this gut-wrenching feeling that someone was about to get shot because there were just weird people back here and I saw this kid.
Yeah, gut wrenching feeling that someone's gonna get shot. How do you have that type of feeling in broad daylight?
This guy right here who shot, he was over here talking to some girl. And last minute I saw him there. I turned the corner and I heard a gunshot when I was on this side of the road. So then I came back over here and the car was down.
You heard one shot?
Just one.
According to witnesses, a single gunshot was fired, followed by a group of teenagers scrambling in every direction. One of them was seen jumping into a car with a girl before speeding away. The information is vague, but it gives police a starting point. Detectives soon arrive at the scene and launch a formal homicide investigation. While examining the body, they notice something odd about the victim. He's still wearing an apron, the kind used by restaurant staff.
So was he at
suggesting
work?
He might have worked nearby.
Or was he going
That
to work?
small detail sends them straight across the street to the only restaurant in sight, Lindy's Diner. Inside, the owners immediately recognize the victim. His name is Josue J. Ruiz, 16 years old,
That's crazy,
a
bro.
dishwasher who'd only started a few weeks earlier. They tell police Jay's grandfather is a
No, that's the fucked up part about it, bro. He probably found out that his girl was pregnant. He only 16 at that point, so he like, yeah, let me lock in, let me get a job. Just started dishwashing and shit. Wow, that's crazy.
regular customer, and officers are able to call him and ask him to come down to the scene. When Jay's grandfather arrives, detectives have to break the tragic news to him. But what he tells them about Jay's life will start to hint at darker things he may have been involved in.
So I don't know if anybody's told you this, and I was trying to see if you were obviously Josue. Is that how you say it? Yeah. Josue's passed on. So that's what we're here for. Is we're here to try to figure out what happened and try to do the best we can by Josue.
You could tell he's holding it in, bro.
He's your grandson, is that correct? Okay.
He was involved with something, but I could never get the truth from him. I could never get the truth. There's one friend that he was involved with that, I really didn't approve of. I was just getting ready to move him out, take him somewhere else so he can have a job or whatever.
Right.
That's crazy. I wonder if his grandpa knew about the pregnancy shit.
Although the news clearly breaks him, he takes it with quiet strength, telling detectives that his grandson had been involved in something lately that might be what got him killed. And as the conversation continues, he mentions one more heartbreaking detail. Jay wasn't just a teenager with secrets. He was about to become a father.
Oh, so he knew.
Over at my apartment. And,
His
she's
girlfriend's
pregnant.
at your apartment right now?
Yeah, he called me this morning and told me, hey, you're going to be a great grandpa, is what he told me. So,
No kidding. Who's his girlfriend?
Elizabeth, I think it's Maldonado.
That's crazy, bro.
She's at your apartment right now?
Right now, yeah.
The revelation only adds to the tragedy. Jay's girlfriend, 17-year-old Elizabeth Baldonado, is pregnant with his child and has no idea that he's gone. Investigators plan to speak with her later, but for now they allow Jay's grandfather to leave the scene and deliver the news himself, telling her that detectives will be in touch soon. If anyone can explain what Jay had been caught up in, it's her. About an hour later, the homicide case is officially assigned to Detective Anna Bruciaga as the
One thing people don't know, bro, these type of cases, they move quick, bro. Like, they probably gonna have all this done within like 48 hours. That's
lead
how quick they...
investigator.
Like, that's
After reviewing the initial
like that.
reports and witness statements, she begins canvassing the area for any surveillance footage that might reveal what happened. It doesn't take long before officers locate a camera mounted outside a nearby school, angled directly towards the alley where the shooting took place. When they sit down to review the footage, they finally get their first visual clue of Jay's killers.
So these are all the cameras that are running a Q system, the digital.
I saw a video chat. Like I said, I'm sorry to keep pausing. I saw a video the other day, bro. It made me think, like, it was like, I forgot what the title of it. I think it was like, did the modern world kill serial killers or something? Because there's so much technology, bro. You can't get away with that at all. Like, everything comes to the light, bro. You're not getting away. You're not getting away.
The analog sucks, so just a fair warning.
Perfect.
This faces the alleyway. Once the shot happens, the people loading the vehicle will react. So it's the individual box of the vehicle somewhere right here.
Yeah, so he just walked to the passenger side.
And they react.
Like they probably didn't even think there was cameras right there. Wait, go back.
Yeah, so he just walked to the passenger side.
And they react.
Wait, so he
Just walked
walked
to
up
the-
to the car. That it looks like he walked up to the car up here, right up here. Y'all see one mouse at? Right there. And then they shot him and they pulled up.
Passenger side.
And they react.
And then they just left him there. That's what it looks like.
It almost looks like a Toyota.
On screen, a gold Toyota sedan can be seen racing away seconds after the gunshot. And through the tinted glass, detectives can barely make out what appears to be two figures inside the vehicle, meaning there are at least two suspects on the loose. A couple of hours later,
That's
detectives
crazy, bro.
arrive at the
I
apartment
gotta
where
hear
Jay's
why.
girlfriend,
I gotta know the
Elizabeth,
reason.
is staying. They believe she might help them understand what Jay had been caught up in, but they have no idea that they'll soon come face to face with one of Jay's killers, someone far closer to him than anyone imagined.
Do you mind if we come in here? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I'm so sorry for your loss. I know that obviously he was possibly having some issues with some people, right? Can you tell me about that?
He doesn't really tell me much about that stuff.
So let's start with today. What'd you guys do today?
He took a shower at like 8 o'clock. He was getting ready to go to work at 10. I was making appointments today because we found out that I'm pregnant. Well, he was texting me still until at least around 12 o'clock. And then he stopped answering me for a few hours.
The timeline Elizabeth provides lines up with the shooting. Around 11:20 a.m. is when Jay stopped responding to her messages, the same time investigators believe he was killed. Beyond that, Elizabeth doesn't offer much, saying Jay
That's
often
just
kept to himself
crazy,
and
bro.
never told her what he was
I
doing.
know I'm only saying
To
one word,
detectives,
but like,
it sounds like Jay might have
how else
gotten
can you
himself
explain it other
involved
than
in
crazy?
something he didn't want anyone else to know about. Maybe a deal that went wrong or a confrontation that escalated. Whatever it was, it's likely what got him killed. Or at least, that's what it seems at first. Because Elizabeth isn't telling the full story. Not yet. And the next thing she remembers won't just give detectives a new lead, it'll start turning suspicion towards Elizabeth and her own family.
A little bit from what I've gathered from Grandpa is that he feels that he was up to no good lately. Can you tell me about that?
This morning, him and my brother were supposed to box it out because this has nothing to do with this at all. My brother and him just don't get along. They bump heads very much. But my brother would never do this. He knows how I feel about Jay.
And which brother?
My younger brother.
Your younger brother?
all I'm gonna say is never say never, man.
What's his name?
Never say never.
Tell me a little bit about why they were gonna box it out.
Me and Jay, we were arguing about something. I don't remember what. But we started getting really loud and my brother got tired of it, so he came in and told him to stop yelling at me, and then they just started fighting.
Physically fighting?
No.
So did they text each other that they were gonna fight?
No.
Or
No, Jay called me and told my mom that he wanted to box it out with my brother.
According to Elizabeth, her brother Angelo was supposed to box it out with her boyfriend Jay that morning, a teenage fight meant to settle whatever tension had been building between them. Although the fight never happened and Elizabeth insists it has nothing to do with the homicide, it suggests the conflict could have been personal. Investigators will now have to follow up on
I
this.
think she just in denial. Like she probably just like, no way he could have did that. Like obviously when she gets that news, like obviously that's not the first thing running through her mind, but I'm pretty sure who could have done it pops into her head instantly. So at no point did she think like my brother because of that. I don't know.
And look into Angelo's involvement before ruling him out. But before the conversation can continue any further with Elizabeth, Jay's family arrives at the apartment. Word of the shooting has already reached them, but they still haven't received an official confirmation from police. Detective Anna Bruciaga has no choice but to break the tragic news to Jay's mother, a moment that no amount of experience could ever prepare anyone for.
They about to show it too.
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, I'm so sorry for your loss. Okay. Right now, I don't have much other than officers were dispatched to the alleyway in reference to Jose being dead. Okay.
What happened?
And that's why so we just got called out. That's why I'm trying to interview as many people as I can. That's why I headed here first, and then I was headed your way because I do have some questions. But as of right now, I don't.
How don't you know? You can just say you was shot. Like what? I'm not gonna lie. I was just about to say she's taking it well for her mom. I was just about to say that, bro. I was just about to say that.
I'm just here.
With the devastating news delivered, Detective Anna Bruciaga tries to gather any insight from Jay's family, but they don't seem to have any. Even his mother can't imagine who would want to hurt him, leaving detectives with no clear leads or motives to work with. As investigators collect Jay's phone and prepare to leave, another woman walks into the apartment, Ortiz Chavez, looking to comfort her daughter. Detective Bruciaga sits down with her to...
That's crazy, bro. Because think about it like this, bro. Once they find out, obviously this whole case is over now, but imagine, think about it like this, chat. Somebody just killed your child, right? Or son, daughter, whatever. And then they're in your house. Like, everything is cool. Like, because the video already says mom killed her boyfriend. So we know who did it.
collect some basic
Like, that's the
information.
title of the video.
A casual conversation at first, until Chavez mentions a small detail
It's crazy,
that
bro.
catches the detective's attention and quietly puts her on the radar.
What type of car do you drive? I drive a Toyota. Toyota? Yes, I could go. Yeah, it's cool. Stole that on me, I just looked there, whatever.
And you said you just purchased it?
Yeah.
She caught up already.
Yeah. No, I don't. They took our tickets off. Sticker off the two tags. Yeah, they took it off the car.
Where you said it's
Yeah, so earlier this morning it broke down on her and then she just left it there.
As Chavez describes her vehicle, Detective Bruciaga immediately recognizes the description. A gold Toyota sedan.
See, I
Similar
told
to
you
the
about
one
them
caught on
cameras.
surveillance footage
Them cameras.
speeding away just seconds after the shooting. The connection is hard to ignore. Bruciaga notes the details, but decides it's too early to jump to conclusions. Wanting to verify it as quickly as possible, she wraps up the initial interview with the family and heads out with officers to the spot where Chavez abandoned her car that morning. When they arrive, the car is nowhere to be found, and Bruciaga starts suspecting Chavez might be hiding something. About 40 minutes later, investigators return to the apartment to interview Chavez privately. And that's when things start to get interesting. By now, it's only been a few hours since Jay was killed, and most detectives would still be collecting statements. But Bruciaga's instincts tell her there's no time to waste. So she sits down with Chavez and makes a bold accusation.
So here's the thing, okay? So I believe your car was used in today's homicide.
I don't know, Chai. I think she should have told her that. Or y'all think she should have waited. I don't know. I think there's something to be like, I don't know how to explain what I mean. But I feel like if you wait and gather more evidence and then throw it on them, there's no way they can like deny or come up with a story.
Okay?
You're lying to me.
No, I am not.
So let's see what she says though. See, someone stole my
That's why
car.
I'm talking to you. Okay, so if you don't tell me who had your car,
I don't know.
It's your car.
I left my car at the side of the road.
See, she already came up with a story. She already came up with one.
Detective Bruciaga is quick to connect the dots, suspecting that it's Chavez's car that was speeding away. but Chavez claims she abandoned it and it must have been stolen. However, the detective is about to take things one step further, because if Chavez's car was used in the murder, the next logical question is who was behind the wheel? And with what Elizabeth revealed about the planned fight that morning, there's only one name that fits.
Yeah, the dots already
Chavez's
connecting, bro.
son, Angelo.
They're already connected.
So what I'm getting at is that what are the odds that your son and his friends have a problem with Jay?
See, I feel like she's laying out the whole scenario for her. This is likely what happened, but then the mom is gonna have like an idea. She's like, "Oh yeah, they know what happened," because obviously she's not going to jail right now, so they're gonna come up with something, some other excuse.
And
I don't know. Maybe
Jay
I'm thinking
is
too
now
far
dead,
ahead.
And people are telling me it's your car on scene.
But my son said he wouldn't, and neither would Javon. And I was with them today.
Okay.
It don't mean
So
nothing.
you were with them all day.
Yes.
Cat.
My son had an interview at 9 o'clock.
Let me turn up a little more chat.
Over there. Cottonwood or whatever.
You drop him off?
No, I didn't leave the Whataburger.
Okay, so you waited for him to be done.
Yes, and we went back together to my house.
Okay, then you guys go back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he stayed there, and I left with myself, the car, to go see Elizabeth.
See how she's like stuttering, pausing, like you can already tell she's lying. Like, look at this.
Chavez's morning timeline
That's crazy.
only reinforces the detective's suspicions. If she really abandoned her car around 10:30 that morning and it suddenly vanished, then there's a very high chance it's the same gold Toyota caught on CCTV later when Jay
Exactly. They know they have a time frame of when he was killed. Bro.
was shot. Witnesses also reported seeing a young male and female inside the car. And with Chavez having both a teenage son, Angelo, and a daughter, Elizabeth, things are starting to look very suspicious for her family.
Wait,
For now, though,
I don't think
all of this
Elizabeth got nothing to do
remains
with that,
as
right?
just early suspicion.
I just
After
peeped her shirt. Who's that? Is that Rugrats?
all, detectives know Jay had been hiding things. He was secretive and clearly mixed up in something he wasn't telling anyone about. But there's something eerily strange about Chavez's demeanor that Detective Bruciaga can't ignore. Even after being told her son might be involved in a homicide, she stays quiet, almost detached. Not the kind of reaction you'd expect from a mother facing that sort of accusation. And the longer the conversation goes, the more convinced Bruciaga becomes that the mother sitting in front of her knows more than she's letting on. So the detective decides to take an even bigger risk this time and make an accusation that most investigators would hesitate to ask this early on.
See?
So-
That's what I said.
Did you shoot Jay?
No, I didn't. No. He's a kid. He's a baby.
I know, but somebody did.
But no.
She
But
looking
I
her
also
dad in her
feel
eyes
like you
too
know
and saying
more than
that.
you're telling me.
But I know.
Because again, I'm telling you, based on your demeanor, I think you know what happened.
Like, that's crazy, bro. She might be like a demon or something. Like an actual demon.
And I know it's your car.
Because how do you have no
And
emotion
I
to
am
that?
going to confirm it on video surveillance.
You just looking her dead in her eyes, no reaction.
I'm like lost right now.
Again, Chavez's reaction isn't what Detective Bruciaga expects at all. Instead of breaking down or reacting defensively, she
Exactly.
simply denies it with a sorrowful face.
He's so calm.
This response leaves Bruciaga torn between two possibilities. Either Chavez is innocent but in complete shock, struggling to process what's happening, or she's carefully keeping her composure to
that's not-
hide a guilty
that's not what's
conscience
happening.
and protect her children. Either way, she sticks to her story, and with nothing concrete so far, the interview comes to an end. But even without proof, Bruciaga can't shake the feeling that her instincts are right, that one of Jay's killers is sitting in this very apartment. With her doubts only growing, Bruciaga decides to move quickly and verify Chavez's version of events with the one person who can either confirm or contradict it, her son, Angelo. Within an hour,
That's what I'm saying. They probably should have spoke to them separately before giving the mom any information. Because now she could tell him a plan, unless they did this right after.
investigators head straight to Angelo's workplace to talk to him in person.
No, they said they
Whatever
went
he
straight
tells
there.
detectives will either clear his family or make things even worse for them.
So there was a shooting downtown today, and somebody died. So I know that you knew him. I think he was actually somebody that you knew because he was dating your sister.
Talking about Jay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is he alive?
No, he's not. He's dead. So I just wanted to find out from you just a little bit.
Can you tell his grandfather? You talk to his grandfather? Yeah. Can you tell his grandfather so sorry?
Okay, yeah, for sure. So explain to me what this whole, like, your mom and your sister explained, like, this beef between you and Jay. So explain that.
We had a problem with him and his sister. Then, like I said, we had that with the father. And then we didn't really
Wait, you say he hit her? Elizabeth didn't say that. I don't know. Somebody lying. Somebody lying.
Yeah.
So your sister tells your mom tells you.
Oh no, he guilty. Bro just eating after hearing some shit like that. He's guilty. That's crazy. He's guilty.
That Jay wants to fight.
Nigga eating Fritos.
Time to meet.
I didn't plan nothing. He assumed. And I was just like, we're good. We had all this. We had all this shit. So like, we're good. He said he wanted to do 8 o'clock.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she, you mean your mom said?
That's what he told me. That's what Jay told me. Like that's what Jay told to tell my sister to tell me. But so on and so forth. This like I told him. Like,
That you're supposed to meet. Where were you guys supposed to meet?
he just said he wanted to fight me. 8 o'clock in the morning. So I assumed we had my door.
Angelo confirms most of what detectives have already heard from his sister and mother, saying Jay wanted to box it out that morning, but the fight never happened. Beyond that, there isn't much new information, and his version of events lines up neatly with his mother's timeline. For now, their stories seem consistent. But until those details can be verified, Detective Bruciaga knows she has to take everything they've said at face value. However, before investigators can dig deeper, Angelo's mother suddenly...
See, I told y'all she was gonna try to show it. She was gonna try to tell him something. If I'm the detective, bro, this whole thing over. Wrap it up. You're going to prison.
walks in, and this time, she's far less cooperative.
He's not even a rape.
See?
But he's not in trouble, so he doesn't have to be 18 for us to talk to him. I'm gonna send him for.
I mean, it's up to him. If he doesn't want you here, he doesn't have to have you here.
Huh? Yeah, this is correct. And the bar's here. I had to have him go pick up.
Talk to my sister.
So there is one thing that we are going to need, just like we talked with your sister, we didn't get your phone. So we're going to secure it. We're going to do a warrant.
I need it. I don't have a phone.
But your daughter's
an investigation, like I explained to you.
See, she's trying to cover it up. This detective is smart, bro. This detective is smart.
Phone, you're not getting it back until I'm done with it. But as soon as I'm done with it, I will give it back to you.
Do you want me to take you to go find where your car was left? Because we've been all over there, we can't find it anywhere.
Well, I'm gonna go shortly, but I want to make sure that my kids get my family get home. And right now, my biggest concern is I just want to go home.
What's your biggest concern?
See, she nervous as hell, bro. She knows she messed up. Bro, soon as she would have showed up there, that's enough evidence right there for me. Because why would she come here immediately? Immediately after we just left you.
Despite investigators' attempts to convince her otherwise, Chavez insists on taking Angelo home. Even if her intentions are innocent, this sudden change in behavior doesn't help their case at all. If anything, it makes it look like an attempt to shield her son from further questioning. With the interview shut down, officers seize the family's phones, hoping digital evidence might reveal what they're not saying out loud. Back at the police station, detectives spend the next couple of weeks combing through statements, surveillance footage, and phone data. What they find begins to reshape the entire case. Among the first discoveries are text messages showing that Chavez was directly involved in arranging the so-called boxing match between her son Angelo and her daughter's boyfriend Jay. In one exchange, Elizabeth texts Jay saying that Mom says they'll be there at 8. Other messages suggest there may have been a gun involved. In one text, Elizabeth writes, "I'll be there too because I don't want anything like they pull a gun out."
Yeah, as soon as it... Bravo by these detectives, bro. They did great work. Great work. What was her name? I forgot. Detective... I forgot her name. My fault.
Investigators also uncover signs that Jay and Elizabeth's relationship was deteriorating, with both of them talking about breaking up. In one message, Jay tells her directly, "I'll talk to you when it comes to the baby, but I ain't doing this with you anymore. But even more alarming
So,
were
wait,
the
is she involved?
contradictions in the family's statements. Elizabeth told detectives her boyfriend didn't leave the house until 10 that morning. Yet, Jay's phone shows him texting others about Angelo not showing up as early as 8 o'clock. In one of those messages, Jay texts a friend. They didn't show. 8 o'clock, the mom said, and it's 9. Man, her family's a bunch of assholes, I swear. Additionally, detectives uncover another name that hadn't come up before. Elizabeth's older brother, Gilbert. In his messages, Gilbert expresses anger towards Jay and even makes promises of retaliation. By the end of the review, Detective Bruce
How do you let a 16-year-old make you that bad, bro? I ain't gonna lie.
becomes convinced
That's
that the
kinda crazy
entire
to me.
family might be involved in planning what happened that day. Now, it's no longer a question of what happened, but who did it and exactly why. In the days following Jay's murder, investigators were at a standstill. Because Angelo and Elizabeth are still minors, their mother refuses to let them speak with police, effectively blocking detectives from getting any answers directly from.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's making me suspicious of Elizabeth. Because if that's your, like, if he means that much to you, like you say he means to you, bro, you wouldn't let her stop you from talking to the police to figure out what happened.
Them. But 20 days after the shooting,
know, that's just my
that
opinion.
changes. Jay's girlfriend, Elizabeth Baldonado, turns 18 years old, and her mother can no longer stop her from talking. Detective Bruciaga seizes the opportunity and convinces her to come down to the station to see the new evidence they've
Bruciaga, that's her
uncovered,
name, that's her
carefully
name.
leaving out that it's evidence pointing
Shout out to
towards
her.
her own family. The goal is simple. Find out who was directly involved in Jay's killing, or better yet, get a confession. But before we get to that, do you struggle with deciding what to cook every
Hey,
day for you?
I told
At
ya.
your door.
You're not
But
getting
this
that
fall,
ad out of me,
there's
Dr.
and
Insanity.
free
I
breakfast
told
for
you.
life. With that said, let's get back to Elizabeth's interrogation. This time, detectives plan to double down on the accusations instead of playing nice. But this will soon backfire, because unlike her mother, Elizabeth's reaction will be very different.
Now that some time has passed and you've had time to think about it, Elizabeth, I want to hear what happened. Because I think you know more than you told me that day.
I don't know anything. I really don't. Why would you guys
I don't know.
assume that? Why would I know anything new about that?
Because I have your phones and I've looked through your phones. And so I do believe you know more.
What would I know more about? About who killed him? About
Yeah.
who did it? No, I don't know.
Yeah, no, she's smiling, bro. Lock her up. Lock her up. She's smiling.
I really
A
don't
little bit
know
too
who
much.
did it. If I knew who did it, I would have told you already.
I know I said
So I know
nervous
that you
laughing
and him
earlier,
were
but
having
this
some
is,
problems, and
I
he
don't know,
broke
this
up
looks
with you
different.
and you wanted to get back with him, and he told you no. I will talk to you when it comes to the baby, but that is it. And he wanted nothing to do with you.
So you're saying that I had someone do something to him? Are you
It's a question.
serious?
Okay, here's the thing, okay?
I
You have to
I
realize
loved
I'm
him more than
investigating.
anything in the world. I would never do anything like that. I would never have anyone do anything like that because I loved him more than my whole life.
And actually, I do know that because you guys texted, I love you so much. Tons. So I do know that, okay? But you have to understand, Elizabeth, I'm investigating his homicide. Somebody killed him, okay? Have you ever watched homicide shows?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so you have to know that if I see anything like that on the phone, you have to know that I have to ask you these questions. Because at this point, I have gone through your phone, I have gone through your brother's phone, I have gone through Josue's phone, I have gone through other things, and I have to ask these questions because I have a feeling you know more than you're telling me.
I don't. I really don't. I don't know anything more than I'm telling you.
As planned, there is no small talk or warm-up. Right away, Detective Bruciaga tells Elizabeth she's not being fully honest. The approach is blunt, and it's clearly hitting a nerve as Elizabeth quickly grows defensive. But Bruciaga isn't backing off just yet. She's about to bet everything on her next move, laying out every piece of evidence she has against the family in hopes of
There was gonna be at least 4 of them too. 8 o'clock, the mom said, and it's 9. Her mom was supposed to bring everyone that was looking for me this morning at 8 to run ones, and it's 9:08. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shout out Jay, bro. That nigga was standing on 10 toes, 16. Supposed to be at least 4 of them. He running ones with each one, back to back to back. Well, what they call that in WWE? I forgot what it's called. It's not a tag team because he by himself. I don't know. I just remember John Cena fighting like 30 niggas from Royal Rumble. I mean, from Raw.
Eliciting an
Like
admission
30
from
niggas from Raw.
Elizabeth.
Okay. So you brought up that your brother Gilbert had mentioned and said that he was gonna send someone up there to take care of.
But he didn't, because my brother knows that if he were to do anything, I would never speak to him again, or at
Well,
all.
you're probably not gonna speak to him
I
again.
would have him part of my life at all.
So Gilbert didn't do it.
Why would my brother do it? My brother literally knows how I feel about him.
That don't mean nothing.
Pretty sure you've been in the household and have heard conversations. Correct?
Heard what?
Anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Anything
saying. That is kind of weird to me because like it's been like 2 months they said, or a month or something like that, and she hasn't heard. Like she lives in that house and they haven't dropped any hints.
They do not talk about anything.
Okay, so where's
So they
your
probably
mom's
don't talk about it when she's
I don't
around.
know.
Then
You're seriously assuming that one
That's
of my
probably
family
what it
members
is.
did it? Because the car is missing. She literally filed a report that her car was missing that night.
Okay, so you say you love Josue, right? And he's the love of your life. So why are you covering for your mom and your brother?
I'm not covering for anybody. Are you fucking serious? You seriously think that they did it?
Yes.
My mom loved that child too.
Okay, maybe not your mom, but what if what if I told you that your mom's car is on video leaving the homicide?
yeah, what you gonna say
What
now?
if I told you
You know
that?
how many Toyota Camrys
In that
are
color?
old live in the city?
So they
What are
leave
the
that.
odds that
Yeah, like
your
what's the
brother
odds, bro?
And Josue were
My
supposed
brother,
to meet
my
up?
brother was at home. My brother was at home with his girlfriend. They were literally sleeping until he had to go to work.
It's clear that Elizabeth has reached her breaking point. Every accusation towards her family is pushing her closer to the edge. Most investigators would pull back here, take a break, try to de-escalate, but not Detective Bruciaga.
I like
Instead,
Detective
she decides
Bruciaga,
to
bro.
take a bigger
She
risk.
getting straight
one
to the
that's
action,
bold,
bro.
but calculated. Rather than fighting Elizabeth's denials, she will lean into them, even agreeing that she's only trying to protect her family. In doing so, Bruciaga wants to make Elizabeth feel safe enough to talk and reveal what she's really hiding. It's a delicate psychological play, one that could end the interview entirely or solve the case right here and now.
But I'm
Let's see
gonna
what
tell
it
you right now
does.
that your mom said she drove Angelo to his interview. Guess what? Angelo said he borrowed the car from your mom and he drove himself to the interview. So obviously, somebody's lying.
Yeah.
And I kind of understand that you don't
Somebody
want
lying.
No,
What I'm
you
trying
don't.
to
They
tell
don't. They did not do it.
because
You
I
are
don't know
literally
what I
looking
would
in the
do.
wrong place. You're
Denial.
just trying to blame
Denial.
somebody just so that you
What stage
get
of that
some-
is it of grief? What stage of it? What stage is that?
for the crime. I know they didn't do it because, well, I don't know for sure, but I know they wouldn't have done something like that. They know
She said,
how
"I don't
much
know
that
for-
would
I don't know
crush
for
me."
sure.
And literally, they have seen how much I have died these past 2 weeks.
That don't mean
Okay,
nothing.
and I'm
They
not
could have
telling
seen
you-
that.
I'm
It's
not
still
telling
done.
you if I find out your brother. I'm telling you when I gather up all my
Talk that
evidence
shit.
and I arrest your brother. I
Mhm.
hope that you didn't know more.
You guys can think however you like. My family did not do it.
Elizabeth, you can't get out without us letting you out, babe.
Elizabeth,
I ain't gonna
think you're
lie.
ready to tell me more than
That line, when I arrest your brother, cinema. That's cinema from her, bro. That's cinema.
you're telling me, okay? You have to realize, Elizabeth, that somebody took your baby's dad's life, and now that baby is not gonna have a father. And as much as you love your family,
That's crazy, bro.
they still took your baby's dad away. Now that baby's not gonna have a dad.
I don't think I know that. This is really all I think about every day. The Lord
when we finish talking in the conference room? Just because I can't hear, actually.
Yeah, we can't be sitting in the hallway, Elizabeth. I'm sorry.
This is our victim side, so.
Elizabeth's finally had enough. The weight of the questioning breaks her down and she's emotionally exhausted. Detectives try to take advantage of the moment, hoping her vulnerability will make her open up, but Elizabeth doesn't budge. Through tears, she keeps insisting her family is innocent. With nothing useful coming from Elizabeth, the interview ends. She's
Maybe she
escorted out of the
actually is
building,
innocent.
and investigators are back to square one.
What am I talking
Still,
about, chat? We see the title of the video. Never mind.
Detective
She's not
Bruciaga can't
involved.
shake her suspicions. She knows this family is hiding something. What she hasn't figured out yet is that she's been focusing on the wrong suspects.
Oh yeah, that nigga did it. He definitely did it. That
Over
nigga
the
did
next
it.
couple of months.
He did it, bro. Look at his face.
Focusing on the wrong suspects all along.
The nigga did it. I think I said in one of my videos before. Any nigga with that specific cut where he got hair right here but bald up top, you can't trust him. I've said that in one of my videos before, bro. He did it. That nigga did it.
Over the next couple of months, the case remains wide open. Investigators keep digging, and what they find is even more alarming. First, they learn that Chavez never followed through with her stolen vehicle report from the day of the murder. Then, while combing through phone data, detectives uncover explicit threats from Elizabeth's older brother, Gilbert, directed at Jay. In one message, Gilbert writes, he's gonna catch one, clearly hinting at plans for violence. In another
Lock him up.
text, he says, delete our messages and don't say anything about me saying I was gonna shoot him. It wasn't me for real. I ain't trying
Lock
to deal
him
with
up.
cops. Based on these details, investigators start to speculate that Gilbert may have taken things further, possibly supplying a gun or even using it himself to shoot Jay. Chavez, realizing what her sons had done, may have then disposed of the car to cover their tracks and build an alibi for the family. The new findings push Gilbert to the top of the suspect list, right beside his brother Angelo. But as compelling as the theory sounds, it's still just that. A theory. The case remains strong on suspicion, but weak on proof, and Detective Bruciaga desperately needs anything concrete from the Baldonado family. So, on May 19th, 76 days after Jay's murder, Bruciaga and a team of officers head to the family's house determined to confront them face to face and see if she can pressure someone into cracking. When the investigators arrive at the door, no one expects how quickly things will get heated.
Oh, hi Gilbert, how are you?
Hi.
Can I actually
I didn't even know this nigga was small. He did it.
talk to you, Gilbert?
He did it, bro.
You know what it's about because, I've already done some research. I'm not going to talk to you right here in the door. Do you want to come talk to me over here? Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Good? Okay. Is your mom here?
She's showering.
You might want to go tell your mom that I would like to talk to her again. I'm going to talk to Gilbert if he's willing to speak with me. And Gilbert, again, I don't want to talk to you right here in front of the door. Do you mind coming even over here?
Yes.
So, tell me what you know.
Like I said, I just moved in here. Like,
Okay, so I'm not gonna play games with you, okay? I know you threatened to take care of Josue.
yeah, but I didn't do nothing.
Okay.
I wasn't even up here. I couldn't even do nothing.
Okay, so obviously you do know why I'm here and why I'm talking to you now. You wanna discuss, or do you want me to just take it at face value? I already saw the Facebook, so.
Wait, what do you post on Facebook?
I didn't.
Huh?
So you can do whatever. I didn't do shit. So
Okay, so.
I'm innocent.
Again, in your Facebook, you do disclose and say you're gonna send somebody to take care of him.
Oh, that was from. I thought that was an iMessage.
Okay, so, well, who'd you send? Because he died.
I didn't send nobody.
Do I need to be any clearer? He died.
Yeah, but I didn't send nobody. Come on. Ain't nobody want to do it. They're all scared.
So you did it.
Can I see your phone? Can I see your phone? Thank you. It's a T-Mobile. Okay, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna do a warrant on it, okay?
Yeah, take my phone.
Yes. Again, you have to realize that I'm investigating a homicide. Okay, a homicide in which you threatened to kill my victim.
So you're gonna take my phone?
Yes. I'm gonna take your phone. I'm gonna do a warrant on it. If for any reason.
Just don't look at the pictures, you know what I'm saying? Unless you want to see something, but It's all that stuff.
Okay. Well, I won't look at pictures, but I am interested in who you've been talking to, text messages, and so on. So I am going to do a warrant on it, okay?
With no luck getting anything useful from Gilbert, Detective Bruce Yaga
Freak ass nigga, bro.
cleverly confiscates his phone, hoping it might hold the evidence she needs but still can't prove. As this is happening, Chavez is seen stepping outside and speaking briefly with officers. She looks like she's in a hurry to leave. Not willing to let the moment slip away, Detective Bruce Yaga plans to intercept and confront her about the boxing match she helped organize to see how she reacts when cornered. This time, however, Chavez isn't the same calm, collected woman from before. What Bruce Yaga gets
Just get into
instead
him, bro.
is a very different side of her.
I love you. I was ready to see you.
Can I talk to you really fast?
I have to catch the bus, so I mean, you got 5 minutes of my time.
Okay.
And that's it.
Thank you, Gilbert. Thank you for speaking with me. Have a good day.
Be safe.
We'll check in with you before we leave. Talk to us again.
Hi, Elizabeth. I know you're gonna be quick and all, but so you know why I'm here, okay? I don't gotta repeat myself. I don't want to repeat myself. I don't want to play games.
This is that
Okay.
confirmation number from when I had called, because I called that same evening, and nobody ever came out of it. What's
You
called.
didn't report
This
your
is-
car.
I did. This
No.
is it. Yes, it is.
I already know.
Okay, you know
They
what,
tried-
Eddie? I'm not trying to be mean with you, but this is the confirmation number that.
So why did you set up a fight between Angelo and Josue?
No.
Yes, you did.
No. The
I
little
have
boy called
phones.
over. He called to the house. He was asking for a fight. I was like, wait a minute, what, you want to do what? I was like, are you serious? It was either that or you want to sit there and do some stupid things. I'm not trying to have stupid things go on between those boys. Those boys need to learn how to get along.
Like I said,
So are you gonna write
I
this down?
have phones. I already know when you called it in. You never fully followed through.
I did. I waited for them to get here.
Okay, do you have the title to the vehicle?
It's in that vehicle. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Like, I cannot give you any more information because it was in the vehicle. I didn't even get to register the
Wait,
car.
that's not the. I thought that was a car right next to them.
You've had the car since before January.
Yeah, and I also had to get an alternator for it. You know how much money it takes to just for me to save for just a little bit, a few things? But the little boy, he called. He wanted to make the fight.
Right.
And I
I'm
was
not
asking
saying
myself, like, what do you guys want to do?
I'm not saying Josue didn't set the fight, but you let them know and you set up the fight because they were gonna fight
I
that
let
morning.
them know because they had to know. I'm like, this is what's going on when your sister's left. What do you guys think about this? Yeah, I let them know because they needed to know because that's not right.
So I'm gonna tell you something, okay?
Yeah, my 5 minutes, I'm done.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? When I charge someone, you're gonna be charged along because I know you're hiding the truth and I know you're listening to me, and it would suck for Aurora and Elizabeth's baby to not be present, for you not to be present, because I will charge you because I do know you were gonna set up that fight that day. The end.
Young lady,
I got it off your daughter's phone. Goodbye.
Clearly, Chavez is done talking as she storms off the scene angry and defensive. But in her frustration, she lets something slip, admitting that she knew about the fight between Jay and her sons, though she insists it was all Jay's idea. Before leaving the house, Bruce Yaga tries once more to speak with Elizabeth to see if she's finally ready to tell the truth.
I feel like she don't know
How you
nothing.
been,
I feel like
Elizabeth?
they've been keeping it from her.
Are you still pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah? How far along are you?
Well, from my menstrual cycle, she said 14 weeks and 7 days.
So, Elizabeth, you know, we talked last time and I know you were very upset and I can't imagine what you're going through because you're kind of put in between, but I already know you know what happened.
Oh, I don't. I don't know what happened at all. All I know is that when his grandpa got back, he told me that Jay was dead.
I would just hate, and I truly, from the bottom of my heart, still believe that you weren't involved. But I would just hate to find out that you were involved. And then where does that baby go? Because he no longer has a dad. That day, there was a witness that describes a female matching your exact description, talking to Josue right before he gets shot.
I was at the house.
Okay. Do you
Yeah, I
realize
don't think that was true. I don't think she was there when it happened because there's no way she wouldn't let them do that in front of her if she wasn't.
Listen to me.
And then when his grandpa came
Maybe
home,
I'm giving her the
he walked
benefit of
in
the
on
doubt.
me washing the dishes.
You're not gonna change my mind because, I mean, is it weird that she lives here and she knows nothing?
Elizabeth, you have to think about. Can I talk to you for a sec, Elizabeth?
What?
So
Say something else.
I know we're not trying to upset you any more than you already are or anything like that. But you have to think about how when this case goes to court, one, when people get arrested for things like this, they don't care whose family, friends, or whoever else they can or will throw under the bus to try to get themselves a better deal. When this goes to court and a jury of 12 random people, don't worry about what I think about it. Don't worry about what Anna thinks about it. Think about what those 12 people are thinking about it. You've got to think about what's best for him or her.
I don't. Okay. I would have had you guys about that.
If you hear something or something comes up,
Let's assess the data.
With Elizabeth repeating the same story as before and no progress made, the officers decide to leave. But Bruciaga gives the family a promise. The next time she comes back, it won't be for questions. It'll be with a warrant.
1 month later.
A
Damn,
month
it's been
later, on June
100
15th,
days.
investigators finally get the break they've been waiting for. Cell tower data definitively places Angelo's phone at the scene of the murder at 11:20 a.m.
Oh,
the
so we
same
know he was
time
there.
Jay was killed, directly contradicting his earlier alibi that he was home with
I think
his
with
mother.
both the brothers.
With this new evidence, a warrant is secured for Angelo's arrest, and Bruciaga returns to the Baldonado residence, just as she promised.
This detective is elite,
That afternoon,
bro. She's elite.
16-year-old Angelo Baldonado is arrested and charged with murder. Now with the prime suspect finally in custody, police have the chance to interview him without his mother intervening. Bruciaga hopes this will be the moment they get to close the case for good. But to her surprise, Angelo isn't about to make that easy, because this time, he has an escape plan of his own.
Hey, Angelo. I'm still in that chair, sorry.
Is my mom gonna be here somewhere?
Is your mom gonna be here? Was she driving down here?
Oh, she was talking to one of the people that was there at the house.
Oh, at the house?
Yes.
I was at the office, sorry, I was no longer at the house. Okay.
She should be coming.
So she should be coming. Okay.
And if not, like, she should be coming.
She should? Okay. So you do remember me, and I actually do know you remember me because you're like, can I talk to Anna? So, but
Is this
again,
Detective Bruciaga?
I am
Yeah. Anna Bruciaga.
Deputy. This is my partner. So, Angelo, because you are a minor, I am gonna read you your rights, and we're
That's why I
gonna...
want my mom here. That's me. Like, not any questions. If I wasn't like gonna talk to my mom about.
So you want your mom here while I read you your rights as well?
Yeah, I want her for the whole thing.
For the whole thing? Okay, fair enough.
She's asking so much.
At this time, you are gonna get booked for your warrant, okay?
What exactly is the one?
It's a homicide warrant,
But why are you doing this?
okay? Again, you know, because you said that you wanted to speak to me with your mom, I can't ask you questions. At this point, I am booking you for the homicide warrant, and that's all I can do.
It's certainly not the response Detective Bruciaga was hoping for, but it's hardly surprising. After months of his mother keeping him away from investigators, Angelo refuses to speak without his mother or a lawyer present. With no cooperation and no confession, there is nothing more detectives can do. Angelo is booked into the county's juvenile detention center, held without bond while prosecutors prepare to take the case to trial. For now, he's the only family member officially tied to the crime, and investigators believe they've finally got Jay's killer behind bars. But what no one has caught on to yet is that Angelo isn't the one who pulled the trigger. He's just a scapegoat, taking the fall for a killer who's still free and quietly getting away with murder.
Wait, really? A year later?
A full year passes since Jay
They
was
let him
tragically
sit in there
killed.
for a
His
year
pregnant
and he didn't do
girlfriend,
it?
Elizabeth Baldonado, gives birth to his son in November 2022.
That shit
Her
crazy,
social
bro.
media posts show a young woman trying to rebuild her life, sharing photos of her baby, spending time with friends, and appearing to move on in a new relationship. On the surface, it seems like life is slowly returning to normal. Meanwhile, her brother
I ain't gonna lie,
Angelo
moving on like quick. It's kind of crazy, gang. It's
remains
kind
in
of crazy.
juvenile detention awaiting
Given the
trial.
way it happened.
The case seems closed, and Jay's family begins to find closure, believing justice has finally been served. That is, until, out of nowhere, police receive a phone call that changes everything. In March of 2023, a woman contacts detectives claiming she's been talking to Elizabeth's older brother Gilbert on Facebook, and according to her, he's just confessed to knowing exactly who killed Jay that day.
I've been kind of watching everything that goes on Facebook, and I was able to.
Oh, shout out to this caller.
Gibby was pretty hateful towards his mom, and so I figured maybe I could get him to say something about it. So I messaged him, "Why is your brother locked up?" Because my mom and him went to go fight my sister's baby daddy because he beat her. And when they got there, my sister's baby daddy tried to pull out a gun, but he got hit before he could even get his gun. But they put the murder on my brother. I said, "That's real f***ed up. Why they put it on your brother?" He said supposedly witnesses were there and said it was him. And they say they also got video and that it looks like him in the video, but you can't see shit. All you see is a big ass group, and then everybody scatters. I said, "What the f***, your mom didn't tell nobody it wasn't him?" He said, "Nope." He said, "The crazy part is my little brother ain't telling on my
So
mom."
it was the
I said,
mom?
"So your mom did it and let your brother go down?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Have you tried to tell your brother to tell?" He said, "Yeah, but he tells me no. But that's how we was raised. No matter what the situation is, don't tell. And if we do, we gotta face consequences."
Needless to say, Gilbert's confession changes everything. Detectives
Shout out to
already
that caller.
suspected Chavez's involvement in arranging the boxing fight, but no one imagined she was the one who pulled the trigger. Investigators begin to theorize.
Also, my question is, they're saying that he said that Jay had a gun. Wouldn't the cops have found that on him?
That Chavez
Probably,
may have
right?
orchestrated the entire thing, luring Jay to the alley under the guise of a fight with her son, only to end it herself with a single shot to the head. But despite what sounds like a breakthrough, Detective Bruciaga knows she can't move too fast. Arresting Chavez now, based only on Gilbert's secondhand confession, could jeopardize the entire case. Without solid evidence, Chavez will be innocent in the eyes of the law. Over the next few months, investigators work quietly, monitoring jail calls between Chavez and her son Angelo. Most of the conversations are vague, small talk, cautious wording, but in one of the calls, Chavez makes an interesting statement. When Angelo asks why his brother Gilbert looks sad, Chavez replies, "He's heartbroken you're in there. I told him it's because I f***ed up, because I'm stupid, period." Hearing what sounds like an admission of guilt, Detective Bruciaga seizes the opportunity and visits Angelo at the detention center, hoping this time she can finally get the truth. When she meets with
been there
him,
for a
she
year
doesn't
and he
have to
say
do
nothing.
much
He not gonna
convincing
snitch,
because
bro.
Angelo
I feel
is
like he not
already
gonna snitch.
prepared to make a deal and save himself.
Oh wait, really?
If everything would be happening, what we're talking about right now, would I get at least the first degree dropped on? So it'd be the way to work around it.
So if you're wanting to now give a statement, we can definitely schedule an appointment where it's me, you, and the attorney. And then I'm more than willing to talk to you then.
After Angelo agrees to cooperate, detectives quickly arrange a formal interview with him and his attorney present. Angelo ends up corroborating his brother Gilbert's confession, confirming that it was his mother who pulled the trigger and drove away from the scene. With both sons telling the same story,
That's a fucked
there's
up
only
mother,
one
bro. I
crucial
told y'all
piece
that's
missing
definitely like a demon or something, because there ain't no way she have no reaction to that.
to solve the case. A confession
Told ya, I
from
said it
Chavez
earlier in the video.
herself. Without her own words, the defense could argue that the boys are lying or that their statements were coerced. A few days later, an arrest
Nah, I
warrant is
believe him,
issued,
to be honest.
and Chavez is taken into custody. Detective Bruciaga brings her into an interrogation room determined to secure an admission. Not through confrontation this time, but through empathy. If the plan works, they'll finally close the case for good. But if Chavez sees through it, the interview will be over before it even begins.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro, as the grandmother of that child, bro, that shit probably would have ate her alive for the rest of her life. Like seeing that child grow up without a dad and then knowing you the one who killed him, shit crazy.
I know that you obviously recognize me because we've met in the past more than once, okay? And regardless of what happened then, am I gonna be rude to you? Am I gonna be disrespectful to you, even though in the past, you weren't the nicest, right? But you're here, and I'm not gonna be rude, and I expect the same kid. Fair? Okay. Obviously, I know you were visiting Angelo. I know you were visiting Angelo. How is he doing? He's okay? Yeah? Okay. How are you doing?
He's in there for nothing. He didn't do anything wrong.
And I mean,
So are you
just
gonna
so
say
know,
that you did it?
just because you already know why you're here, you've been in handcuffs, you've been in the back of the cop car.
Just now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read you your rights, okay?
Listen.
Do you
I'm a
understand?
lawyer now.
Okay, fair enough. With that being said, what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna stop this interview. You're going to jail on 2 warrants, okay? You do have an open count murder warrant, and you do have, and I have to look at that one to read you the exact, but it's a warrant, okay? And that's not mine. It's not for me to discuss, but that's what one of the warrants is for, okay?
Unfortunately, things don't go according
where
to
did that
plan.
come from?
The
What is that?
moment Chavez realizes where the conversation is heading, she immediately shuts down the interview and asks for a lawyer. From here on, it's up to the court to decide whether the evidence against her is enough to prove what everybody already suspects. At the trial, prosecutors present the full scope of the case. Phone records, surveillance footage of Chavez's car, the brothers' confessions, and the jail call recordings. They argue that Chavez disapproved of the relationship between her daughter and Jay and was motivated by anger over how he treated her. They also believe she calculated that her teenage son would face lighter consequences if he took the blame. As for her other children, Elizabeth and Gilbert, investigators determined
wonder-
that neither had any direct role in the shooting. Elizabeth
Yeah, I was
in
about to
particular
say,
is found to
I
have
wonder
had
what like Elizabeth's reaction was to finding out.
no knowledge of her mother's deadly intentions. She withheld some information to protect her family, but was ultimately determined to be a victim caught in the middle.
Wait, what
Eventually,
information did she
Angelo
withhold?
Baldonado pleads
Or
guilty
withhold?
to conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and assault with intent to commit a felony, and is sentenced to remain in juvenile detention until age 21. His mother,
like 5
Chavez,
years?
pleads guilty to second-degree murder and, in May 2025, receives the maximum penalty of 18 years in state prison.
I feel like this should be
Chavez is
longer,
also
bro.
facing
Should
a
be way
separate charge
longer.
related to child exploitation material found on her tablet during the investigation.
That's crazy finding something like that on a tablet too. Nah, chat, bro. That was it for another Dr. Insanity video. Y'all already know what time it is, bro. We about to react to the next one. Y'all see it on the screen right here. Mom realizes her daughter just decapitated. That's all I gotta say. That video is coming soon. But nah, shout out Dr. Insanity, bro. Prayers to the victims, like I said before. That shit really crazy, bro. I feel bad for that child, because that's crazy, bro. Imagine when that child grows up, he's gonna have to find out all of this. Like, my grandmother killed that's crazy. It's a crazy story all around, bro. Prayers to them. But nah, man, I don't got much else to say. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications on, because we got more reactions coming soon. We out.